Hey everybody, welcome to the finals of this Pokemon trading card game online tournament. I am going to pick Tails. It's worked for a few rounds before, and it worked this time. We are definitely choosing to go first. Alright, pretty sick hand. We have turn 1, Seismitoad. Would not like to play the Jirachi. Let's see what our opponent's active is. Aromatisse, alright. This Crushing Hammer is going to come in handy. It's going to fire off this laser. Uh, Attach the DCE, and so the interesting point here is that I think we have a Jirachi here. We don't have any other supporters, and it's unlikely that our Enhanced Hammer on his very first play will matter, especially if he's playing a more if our opponent is playing more fairy-centric deck. So let's go ahead and get an N here. And alright, Ultra Ball away. Interesting decision. I think so. We don't want to get rid of the Crushing Hammer or the Enhanced Hammer. I guess that leaves DCE and Laser to get rid of. I'm going to go ahead and get a Trubbish, play that on the bench, and pass the turn. So it looks like we're playing against the Aromatisse deck. I did a deck profile on this deck when it first came out. It's been a pretty popular um, video on our channel, but basically it revolves around using Aromatisse to switch around Fairy Energy, which can be Rainbow Energy as well, under a bunch of different attackers, depending on the matchup, and our opponent in particular here is playing Florges. Once you switch deck for a supporter card, and then it does 20 damage times the number of Fairy or Grass Energy, or sorry, Grass Pokemon you have in play. Our opponent did get our DCE, which isn't the best there, but I think we're just going to go ahead and try and Crushing Hammer there. We miss, so let's just go ahead and Juniper. I'd really like to be able to attack this turn. We can't, unfortunately. So that's not the greatest for us, but I guess we'll pass a turn. Getting Garbodorb also would have been nice, but some unfortunate draws there. But yeah, Florges is a newer card, and it's pretty interesting. I've seen it in some builds, seen some builds without it. For 2 energy, you can theoretically do 120 if you have full-on fairies or grass in your deck. And being able to search for a supporter isn't bad. And there's the Aromatisse. It looks like we're going to get a lead here. Playing a what is this? Oh, a Klefki. Alright. Makes their resistance a lot better. I think, what is he weak to? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I think it's safe to just fire off the end here. Okay, well, drawing no energy isn't really where we want to be. So that's pretty unfortunate. And we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. So the thing is, I don't know if Klefki is actually his main attacker. Or sorry, not Klefki, Florges. I would assume now that I see the second one, but when I played the head ringer, I didn't know. And the idea is that, I could save the head ringer for one of his more main attackers. Just happens to be the one he drew. I didn't have any spores in his hand, but it looks like my play was fine here. It's gonna set him back a turn. Oh, he needs to move back the energy and then retreat, actually. I think he made a mistake there, but he should be able to just pop it back due to the Fairy Garden. This is another, actually, these two decks are kind of interesting to play in this format, in this Pokemon Online tournament format, because it takes so much time. Every time you aromatisse, you have to click aromatisse, click the energy, click the Pokemon it's going to, and it does take a fair amount of time. And same thing with the Seismitoad deck, it's very slow and kind of monotonous, so he's currently up on, or our opponent is currently up on time about a minute from us, so not something we need to worry about immediately, but as we get down to the having 4 and 5 minutes left, we might consider that. I'm just gonna go ahead and color us here. Like again, not drawing an energy. Play the Seismitoad. Go ahead and Verbank. Or sorry, go ahead and laser. If he draws one fairy Pokemon, we do get knocked out. So I think let's try a Super Scoop Up. Alright. So I think we might be safe to just let. I'm debating between letting the Florges knock us out here and then being able to end him to low cards, but then that does require that we draw the double colorless at the right time. I think that's fine. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens here. So it looks like our enhanced hammers won't be too valuable. Looks like he just might be playing all fairy energy. And there's the knockout. Alright, so there's a double colorless. That was a really good draw. If we Lysander the Aromatisse, we still don't knock it out, so I think we're just going to go ahead and end. Our opponent has a huge hand. Hopefully we'll cut him off of resources. We are going to be able to get a Garbodor this turn, but unfortunately it won't be one that has Garbotoxin active. Gonna leave the double colorless in our hand just in case anything happens. And there's the attack. Alright, so we replace the stadium. We end him down to 4. We have Quaking Punch off. We're getting places here. Alright, well there's a Fairy Garden. Gonna go ahead and undo that. Phil is benched to knock us out, which I think was fine there, but unfortunately means that he can't play another Aromatisse. Well, actually he's AZ'd, so now he has the bench space for another one. God, drawing a Mewtwo. Actually, I guess we even drawing a Mewtwo here wouldn't do it for us, but we do have the Mewtwo in our deck, so hopefully if he stays on this plan, we can surprise him. But no, it looks like he's just gonna keep attacking with the Florius. I think he realized that the bad thing about that is if we get the Garbodor up, all of his energy is on Mewtwo, and he's doing the same amount of damage anyway, so he might as well keep it on a Pokemon that's a little bit more versatile. So unfortunately, we are going to get knocked out this turn, which is, not the best. Our opponent can just hit us twice more to knock us out. But hopefully we draw a supporter. Alright, super scoop up. So, actually, I wonder if we go ahead. We're going to be. I was going to say, I wonder if we super scoop up the Jirachi just to get a supporter here, which might have been the correct play, but I retreated a little bit too quick for that, so I think I'm going to fire it off anyways. And we hit it, alright. So we're going to go ahead and... Alright, we don't have access to our abilities. Goodness, that was just a mistake of the ages. But, so that's unfortunate because we could have bought ourselves an extra turn after getting attacked with Seismitoad. Or sorry, after getting our Seismitoad attacked, but luckily we do the Versus Seeker. And we want... Yeah, I think we just have to try and draw the most amount of cards possible. So we're not in a great spot here. No healing cards. Do we just... Let's see. We already retreat. Oh, wait, no, okay. Yeah, I think that just spells defeat for us. We can play the energy here, and then retreat here and attempt to not immediately lose the game, but certainly not looking good. We can scoop up Cyclone. Let's see. Go ahead and Crushing Hammer. We missed. This is gonna be pretty rough then. How do we get out of this? Free retreat. I guess we have to scoop up Cyclone this, and then... Ooh. Rough. I guess we'll Skyla for a Juniper. And ship the turn backwards. Pretty rough. We must have a Lysander for the Mewtwo this turn. Would not be great. Probably a mistake by us playing the Mewtwo. My thought was that we would just, if we got End again or something, we would just have fewer cards in our hand, but might not have been what we cared about. No, it looks like he's just gonna go ahead and. Oh, actually, no, not gonna knock us out this turn. All right. Well, so it has two retreats. We can still attack. This has two retreat. We have 7 cards left in our deck. Yeah, it looks like it's just game over, but let's see if he makes a mistake. Let's see if our opponent makes a mistake here. Yep, and this is gonna be game. So that's unfortunate. I think we had a pretty decent shot of winning the game in the early turns, but everything just kind of fizzled, and the fairy deck did what it's supposed to do, which is just be, very, very powerful. At the lack of consistency a lot of the time, but our opponent got the Aromatisse up this turn or this game and defeated us. So another loss in the finals. Let's see what our prize wheel was. Just one token. And let's see what we got here. Ooh, some packs. And we have 2 silver trophies now. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.